the Everlast 1910 gloves in velcro and in lace. Can these compete with the top gloves that are out there? Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Simon, full-time boxing coach, and here on Fit to Box channel I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today it is the turn of the Everlast 1910, and these in the velcro, and also I'm going to be reviewing the lace version as well. Okay, so let's just have a little close-up of these gloves. Now these are described on everlast.com as a reinvented classic, and as you can see from how they look, you know, that Everlast logo, and these are called the classic sparring gloves. Okay, so what they're doing is they're sort of looking at sort of the heritage that you get with Everlast from all those big fights over the years where you got your Mike Tysons and your Muhammad Alis that have wore Everlast, and they're trying to bring it into 2022. And so as I bring that round, you can see what they've done. And I think this is a really cool looking glove. You can get these in the red and the white. You can get them in the blue and the white. You can also get them in black and white as well. And there is also a white and a grey version of these gloves. Okay, with the gloves you also get a very nice, luxurious, lovely coloured bag. Okay, so that is your gloves carry bag, and again I'll just show you that in the red, and that's a nice touch from Everlast to keep these gloves in tip-top condition. Again, I've got the black one as well, and the black version for those black and white gloves. Again, the same bag comes there. Okay, so price wise, these are 159 UK pounds or 199 US dollars. So that will put these into the Fit to Box middleweight price divisions for gloves between 101 English pounds to 200 English pounds, or 121 US dollars to 250 US dollars. So these are going to go against the other middleweight contenders, and to see how far these can get in that division, whether or not they can take the title or whether they will indeed be a contender or lower down my list. So these come in 12 ounce, 14 ounce and 16 ounce, and as I say, they do come in the velcro as well as the lace, and these are not to be confused with the cheaper line of these which are called the classic training gloves, and you can pick those up for around £50 or 89.99 US dollars. And as far as I can see, they've styled them very, very similar. The only difference being on the more expensive ones, you've got this seam that goes through, that stitching that goes through there on the badges, which is not on the cheaper version. And also the palm is not white, it is a black palm. Okay, so I will put some pictures on the screen of those. So let's have a closer look at these gloves. So as you can see on these 1910 gloves, you've got the Everlast there. Going down, you've got that classic Everlast badge, established 1910, and then boxing equipment worldwide at the bottom, and then greatness is within, which obviously is the strap line for Everlast. And then on the Velcro version as well, you've got that. You've got the two seams that go through it, which indicate that this is the higher of the gloves and not one of the cheaper gloves that they do in the same style. And as I bring it up again, you've got sort of that faded Everlast there to sort of look a little bit aged on these gloves. As I bring them over, you can see you've got that large Everlast on that big perforated palm. Okay, and as around there you can see it on the lace version, and then on the Velcro version again that large Everlast logo, which I think is nicely done. And then you've got sort of the Velcro that goes there, and the 16-ounce indicator at the bottom there. So let's come on to knuckle. So a knuckle is a medium to soft knuckle is what I would say. Okay, and on that glove, and of course they are the same on their medium to soft. So these are not a hard glove. Let's have a look at the thumb. So on the thumb you've got a leather attachment, and you've got a perforated inner thumb. I do think that those thumbs stick out a little bit as well. So from a comfort point of view, I will cover that off in the comfort section. And then with this glove here, again, that perforated inside, you've got the leather attachment in the right place, and then there's the shape of the thumb there as well. Let's come on to the wrist. On the wrist, you've got padding at the front. You've got thicker padding at the rear, quite thick padding at the rear actually, but I have to say there is a bit of a hinge point in that area right there. Okay, so I would say that if you're going to use these, you would need to tape up not only this here but this bit here as well to provide a bit more support in that area. With the Velcro one, you can see there is the Velcro there, and I'll show you that side as well. Again, it's padded on the Velcro, you've got that label, and the one thing I would say is when it's there like that, that does kick up. So again, even in the Velcro, you're probably going to have to use some tape to go over there to keep that down, but also this does suffer from that same hinge point that is there. And then let's go on to the face of the gloves. Okay, so the face of the glove, you will notice there is no grip bar. Okay, it's absolutely bizarre that they haven't gone with a grip bar. I mean, grip bar is a standard on every glove that is out there. I can't remember a glove that hasn't had a grip bar, and I'd love to say that by doing it, it's a genius stroke, but it's not. They need to have a grip bar on these gloves. So I cannot understand why they have omitted to having a grip bar. You can see you've got that fully perforated palm right from the wrist all the way up right to the fingertips, and then you have got on the Velcro version, you have got that elastic to stop the gape. On the inside, it's a little rough. When you've got hand wraps on, you can feel it a little bit. Okay, and then let's just have a look at the stitching. And as you can see, the stitching is not tidy. It's a bit rough in areas. Okay, it feels to me a bit like this glove has been rushed. These gloves made in India for the American company Everlast. And then if I just show you on here as well, and again you can see sort of areas where it's just a bit rushed and not neat. Could have done a better job with the stitching. It's not so bad on this side, but certainly on the palms of the gloves there is areas where it could be a bit neater. Then let's just have a look at the lining. The lining here is nice, soft and comfortable, and also taut enough to be nice around the wrist and the back of the hand. And in the comfort section, I will mention, because it is baggier, the lining is baggier in this area here of the gloves, which does cause a problem. And the same with these ones, the lining fine around the wrist, nice and soft, but the problems come further up the glove in this area here where that lining becomes baggy, and that area of the glove is an area that you do not want to have a baggy lining. Okay, let's weigh these gloves. We're going to go first of all with the left Velcro, 16 ounce on the label, 15.9, so just under. Then we'll do the right velcro, 16 on the label, 15.8, and then let's move on to the left glove for the lace, 16 on the label, 15.8, and the right glove, 16 on the label. Put the laces onto there, and that one, let's just have a look, make sure it's right, 15.9. So style wise, I really like what they've done with these gloves. Very classic styling. I like the perforated palm. I like sort of the logos, the placement of the logos, and it's a very classic looking glove, both in the velcro and also in the lace. So let's come on to that all important comfort. And comfort is definitely an area where it can make or break a glove. And as you know, the very top gloves that I review, the Fit2Box Champions, are all super comfortable with no areas of discomfort. And the lower gloves in my lists are the ones that are more uncomfortable, or they've got areas that are just really bad. So let's have a look at these gloves. Let's try on, first of all, the velcro. And they do feel like a very soft glove. Now, first of all, what I want to sort of cover off is, in the velcro, that sort of kicks up there as you're using it. So if you're going to use these for sparring in the velcro, you will need to tape that up, which is a bit disappointing considering that little bit of a kick up. If that was to sort of catch someone in the eye, it could like scratch their eyeball. So again, as you're doing it there, but even there, I've not even done anything. You can see it's kicking up a little bit already. So that would need to be an area that I would have of concern on these gloves. Then you have got that punch area, which is like a sort of a medium to soft punch area. I think that the thumbs as well there, I think they're out a little bit. I would prefer them, if they was a little bit in like that, it would have been better. There's a little bit of tightness at the front there as well. When it comes to the finger pad, it's a flat finger pad. It's also at the rear of the knuckles. It's not uncomfortable, but what I would say, the biggest problem with these is as you start to catch the shots, before you know it, your fingers, because of the lining on the inside, which is loose in this area here, your fingers go from here to here. So when you're trying to catch the shots, it's okay for the first few, because you're catching, and then suddenly my fingers are here. Okay, so that's no good. I've lost end of the glove. None of my fingers are in the end of the glove. I've lost finger control, and because of that, you have to keep adjusting it while you're sparring, and that is no good when you're sparring, thinking about getting the end of your fingers in the end of your glove. And it does it on both gloves. It also does it on the lace as well. So that is a fault that goes right across. A real shame, because the lining sort of here is fine and comfortable, and then here it's loose and it moves around. I mean, I'll track my finger with the fingers inside, and the fingers, that is where my fingers are traveling, and that is where, so all of my fingers now are in this, it's almost like there's a ledge on the inside of the padding where your fingers can't go any further, but they should stay there. All the top gloves, your fingers would stay there. So let me put on the other one. So even now, I'm doing a review and I'm having to pull the glove to get my fingers free of that loose lining. It's no good, no good. Let's move on to the next one. This one has exactly the same problems as the right glove, except for the front of that thumb is tighter. Okay, so this glove, again, like many gloves, the left glove is tight at the front there. Again, we have that problem. You'll be throwing, knuckle area is fine. You go to catch a shot, my fingers are already there. You go to catch another shot, my fingers are there. You literally, you've gone from catching shots to batting shots away, and that is not very good. Again, that's just kicked up there on the wrist. So that would need to be taped down if you were using these for sparring. And these are, let's not forget, designed for sparring. Okay, let me take that off there and show you the lace gloves as well. Okay, so lace gloves, let's try this one. Okay, now as you can see, I'll show you on this one, they're quite a floppy glove in this area. Okay, they're sagging down and it's not that supportive here, and when you're hitting the bags, it's almost like you're skimming off like that as well, both in those and also these. Again, So if I go like that, you can see that sort of flop down that you're getting from this point here. So I think I need more sort of reinforcement in this area. As I put this one on as well, I'll just pull that on. Again with this one, that sort of thumb that's like out and in. Again, I think just if that was in closer, I just think it would be a better, more sleeker glove. As it is, you know, I think you could jam your thumb there. Punch surface is good, I would say. I'm going to open that hand and straight away my fingers are here, resting in that ledge that is inside that foam padding. And again, finger control totally gone and not in the end of the glove. It's just, again, having to pull during a review, having to pull the glove in position. I'm not even sparring, nobody's even punching me in the head, and I'm having to have problems repositioning my fingers in these gloves. Let's go with the other one. I'll just pull that one on as well. So the style of these I liked, but the comfort has definitely let them down. And again, same again, really baggy when it comes to the lining that is in there, fingers moving all over the place, a little bit of sort of tightness at the front there, and again, thumbs, in my opinion, that stick out just a little bit too much. And as I've said before, that sort of floppy, droopy sort of motion of the heaviness of the glove here, and not enough support on the wrist, which is disappointing. Okay, so let's have a look at how I score these gloves. So we have got these that are in the Fit to Box middleweight price division, between 101 English pounds to 200 English pounds, 121 US dollars to 250 US dollars. So let's get both cards on the screen as they are both the same. I have gone style 94. I like what they look like. I like what they've tried to do. Comfort 91. I've discussed the areas where these could be improved. Durability 93. I do think that they've used some good materials. It's just the way that they've constructed them that lets them down. Sparring 91. That finger slippage and sort of the wrist support, again, areas where these gloves could be improved, including those thumbs. And then bag 92. Value for money 93 at 159.99 UK pounds or 199 US dollars. Okay, so these for me, these gloves from Everlast are a real missed opportunity. There's some fundamental flaws that are in these gloves that don't appear in the top gloves that are out there. And Everlast is very much trading on its past history and on its heritage with these 1910 edition gloves. But this is 2022. And in 2022, the other top gloves have pulled away and gone higher in terms of comfort and quality and style. And at this point, Everlast are playing catch up when they bring out gloves of this standard and this quality with the level of comfort that these gloves have when you compare it to the top gloves that are out there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.